What's up, YouTube? I'm here doing this book review, and I don't know why, but for some reason I stopped doing this. And I know habits, good habits, bad habits, that's something that I'm working on, and I'm trying to get better. So I'm going to review this book, The Secret to Attracting Money by Dr. Joe Vitale. If you don't know who Joe Vitale is, there was a movie that came out back in 2000 and 2003, many years ago, called The Secret. And basically the premise of the movie and also the book was that you attract what you think about. You can attract success, you can attract wealth, you can attract different types of things by what you think and what you call into your universe. And Dr. Joe Vitale was one of those people that was on the book. Sorry about the focus. So in his book that I just mentioned, one of the things that he says is, of course, other than the positive habits that you have to think, is you really have to constantly feed your mind, which I talked about, and affirmations. And also one of the things that he said was, there's a phrase that one of the doctors had used to, she was treating patients who were clinically ill, mentally ill. And this happened in Hawaii. And this doctor, I don't know his name, it's not important. What's important is the 4 words that he says. He goes and he says to these patients, it was the worst place to work and they didn't have any doctors in there. He had said these 4 phrases over and over again, and he just thought about positive things. And over time, the first month nothing really happened, the second month nothing really happened, but over the 4th and 5th and 6th and 7th months, the first year, less and less people were in that psychiatric ward. What happened was people just started feeling better and people started leaving. And what he said prior to getting that job is, he said, look, I'm gonna say these 4 phrases, and I'm not gonna see patients. I am not going to see patients. I'm just going to say these 4 phrases. And they're like, how could you help people and not even see them in person? It's like, I'm not. He said, those are my conditions. He said, but your place will get better. And they were like, okay. So they gave him the job, and as I said, this is what happened. He had said these 4 phrases and was just thinking and trying to feel how they felt. And as I said, it changed his life. It changed their lives. About in the book, a lot of things that happen in your life and things that happen in other people is frequency. So he changed his frequency by saying these 4 phrases. And I know you're wanting to know what these 4 phrases are. And they were, I love you, I'm sorry, please forgive me, and thank you. I love you, I'm sorry, please forgive me, and thank you. So he would stay in his office, close the door, and say, I love you, I'm sorry, please forgive me, and thank you. And he tried to feel how they felt, and it just changed his environment. And one of the things that Dr. Joe talks about in his book is the law of vibration, and the law of what happens in your subconscious mind. What happens in how does your energy flow? How does your energy flow to other people? How does it flow into your financial decisions? How does it flow into your faith for the future? There's another book I'm going to be reading, and I'm going to be doing another book review. It's called The Law of Vibration, and all this is free. All this is free. On the very end of the book, of Dr. Joe's book, we're going to switch back to books, and I know I'm jumping around here. He said, if you had all the money in the world, you don't have to worry about money. You spent your money. You have all the cars you wanted. You bought all the houses you wanted. You've been on all the trips you've wanted. And you still have millions in the bank. You'll never spend it enough. You'll run out of spending money. You have enough. You spend it all. After you're done with all of that, what would you do? What would you do? That's the thing you have to ask yourself. Now, think about that for a second. What would you do if you had bought everything you wanted and got all your stuff? Now, what would you do for the rest of your life? Now, here's my next question to you. Think about what you would do, and then think about this. Whatever you would do, could you make money on it? Could you make money on it? And then I challenge you to say, why don't you go in that direction? Why don't you start gearing your life to where you can pursue that as a career path? Why not? You're only going to live once. Nobody else is going to do it for you. Why are you doing things to make other people happy when the key to happiness is you being happy and let it exude to everyone else? Let your happiness overflow. Let it be an overflow rather than a capitulating to other people's needs. Let it come out of your abundance. So I just challenge you to do that today. If you want to make more money, give. Give some money. If you want to have more time in your life, give time. You don't necessarily have to always give money. Like I have a thing with photography, and I'll go to wealthy people and I'll say, look, can I film this for you? You don't have to pay me, but I am adding value. I build a relationship by adding value. I'm wearing this shirt right here from Thailand because I like scuba diving. You know, one thing would be really cool that I think is to swim with whales. You know, wouldn't that be awesome? You know, that may or may not be for you, but there's a whole new world underwater. It's beautiful, beautiful. And you'll see some videos that I'm posting about me swimming with manatees, swimming in caves. I did that for my birthday. It was just wonderful. You know what I did last year? I was in Iguazu Falls, Brazil. I went to Brazil, Argentina, and Paraguay. I plan my pleasure because pain plans itself. And you have to know what your spirit is, your chi. The Chinese, they call it the chi. You have to be cognizant of how you feel. You have to be aware of it and like, oh, something's not right. I got a negative energy around, or there's a negative source. You have to be aware of that, and you got to stay away from it. You have to feed that fire within you. You have to feed that passion within you. Okay? So I hope this is an encouragement for you. I highly recommend that you read this audio book. It'll help your life. It'll enhance your life. I love listening to Dr. Joe. He's just a great person. Remember, understand this, that money is spiritual. Money is the mindset. It's an abundance mindset. And I'll leave you with this. You have to invest in yourself. If you don't invest in yourself, why would anybody else want to go and invest in you? Everything I do is in service to my goals. Take care. God bless you. Thanks for watching.